Hi guys, it's me, Hannah, and I finally finished this paint book. I can't believe it, but it's done. Well, I guess we should look at the products, huh? Yep. Started in 2021. I don't know if y'all can see that. The thing's so tiny. My teacher at co-op, we would practice certain paint techniques, and the first thing we learned was this type of a strand thing. You lightly go up, let the tip have the tip, so it'd be like a flower petal. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna just have fun with this first page, and yeah, like a rainbow. Ah, this one. It's kind of shiny on here. It's just a beach scene. And I guess we'll just do this. I was having fun with swirls and shapes and colors, and I was thinking about, oh, what would it be like to be a toddler or a young child and just having fun with your fingers and everything with the paint. So that's how that came into being. This is watercolor. Watercolor is not my strong suit. And I think this was actually the first time I ever tried messing around with watercolor on my own accord, and it turned out so terrible, as you can see from the smudges, but we learn from our mistakes here. Just a girl wandering through a forest. I didn't really have any, I just wanted to draw trees, I think. Around this time, I was kind of like looking at illusions and things on YouTube, and so I was like, oh, I'm gonna make a crack in the wall, and I was gonna add stars and things in it, because it would be fun, you know? But I never got around to that, so on to the next page. This was just pure imagination. I wanted to do the opposite of what an original scene would be. Like, this would be green, and this would be in the ground like a trunk, because it's a tree, and the clouds would be like gray and everything. The ground would be green. The sun would be... That's my poor example of a star. The sun would be round and yellow, and I just switched colors and shapes. And it looks like some sort of cartoon from my childhood that I would watch. It's kind of nostalgic in a weird way. This is shiny. Super shiny. Now I'm like paranoid since the last video was so terrible. I'm like checking the screen and everything. If my hands, maybe, I don't know. Anyway. Yep, just another scene. Oh. We're not gonna talk about how these trees have no depth to them, and how the bushes have no depth either. It probably looks worse on the camera than it does in real life, but I really enjoy the way it has so many different colors. I was really shocked, and I didn't know what to add in there, because if I added a mountain, I was like, it's gonna end up worse. This is the first time I ended up trying, not gouache, what on earth? I've never tried gouache. Tried doing the tape technique, where you get washi tape and then you like peel it off, and then you try not to mess it up, but somehow you just mess it up anyway. And sky scene, really nothing important. some trees. These trees look terrible. Really bad. And the clouds, they're green, okay? If you couldn't notice, the clouds are green. Anyway. Now we have this page. I think I did a video already on this page. I recorded the painting thing, but then recently I came back and I grabbed a Sharpie and threw that all over this thing because I wanted to color it in. It just looks so bad with all the rips and tears. And I was like, oh my goodness, this is like a butterfly. And so I made it into a butterfly, and that's its pupa. It's like a crystal thing. And it'll probably go in one of my fictional worlds. Anyway, did the eye. And y'all didn't like the eye, but you loved this. Y'all loved this. You know what? I don't blame you. The eye looked terrible in the first place, and so we're just gonna ignore the eye. Video? Just practicing with more watercolor. I'm trying to check the screen every two seconds just to make sure it doesn't look terrible on there. Okay. More watercolor, no meaning whatsoever, didn't care for it. Oh. Tree. I did like this, I found a big paintbrush and I did like a splotch, like a dab 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 technique on the tree. I think it turned out really weird. Ah, clouds. Clouds, 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 and more clouds. I have so many clouds here. This is like a practice book. I don't have very classes classes for art, but I learned how to make trees and a little bit of that. In the beginning, you saw the petal technique thing. I also made a YouTube video on this, so we don't really need to sit here and watch it. I was trying to blend colors together, and I thought, oh, I'm gonna use the primary colors and work with the rainbow because it looks really pretty. And so we ended up with this and a whole bunch of what seemed to be flowers. Anyway, I just thought it would be interesting to do that. I like how the moon turned out. This one is also this one's for it's gonna say precipitation, but it's I can't think of the word. This is up to your ideas. I just wanted to do swash, 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 and I like how it turned out. Again. And we got some flowers, because I was like, I'm drawing a lot of the same thing in my head. So I wanted to try something new. And no, I did not finish any of the blue. I didn't finish that. Anyway. Oh my goodness, I keep saying anyway. I need to stop saying that. Stop it. Another sunrise. I wanted to work with a lot of things. My head was just, okay, I should finish this because I don't like how it turned out. Okay, another thing we're gonna quickly go through. This was my first attempt at painting a person. And I kind of had that anime style. I wasn't thinking, oh, I could go for realism. I was like, I could definitely do what is going on in my head, and I totally couldn't. But she is here for me to come back and look on and be like, wow, I can't believe I started here. And then that was the leftover paint, because I had so much leftover paint from this. I was like, I don't know what to do with that leftover paint, so I just splash, 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 right there. Some fire. This, I'll let you think on what this is. It should be pretty recognizable. It is totally incomplete and never will be finished, because younger me did that and older me really doesn't want to mess with it. So then we have this. Just a whole bunch of dark colors together. And this dark scene. And then we go on to, ooh. Okay, you might not be able to see this on the screen. This is like a watercolor paint that I absolutely despise. I can't remember the name, but I despise this watercolor because you shouldn't be feeling the paintings because the paintings will probably end up going bad. But when I feel this painting, it feels like a chalk-like substance is coming off on the top. Maybe I'm supposed to have a paint or something or a spray to put on top of it to make it not feel like that or not melt away. But I don't have money, and I have a little tiny bit of money, but I spent it on that sketchbook thing. Trash book. I spent it on the trash book thing. And yeah, so, and this is just like those spread of colors for that thing. This was 2021. It says 2021. Yeah, no. And we have some more. And it hurts me because I'm touching it. And at the same time, it looks so bad. It looks worse than what I would consider the other things. I was gonna paint this, but then I was like, I think I made the line, bleh. But then I was like, I think I made the lines in the lead too strong, and I don't want to erase it because at the time, this was like my art style. This was pretty good for my, that time, and I was like, oh, that's so much, and I don't want to get rid of it. So I just left it like that. Yep. Man, I am the page waster. Same watercolor paint again. No. Okay, here we go. Something that's like some type of normal. This is okay, yeah. I'm just gonna let you guys see that because I have no words for this page. And I don't know if I'm flipping too fast or not. Is the lighting like, oh. Okay, the lighting's changed again. I don't want the pages to be like warped from what their original looking like is. But I don't wanna, because there's you can see shadow. I can't win and I can't lose, can I? Okay, we'll just flip the page for what does this remind you of? Yep, it's Starry Night. I did the swirls and everything. Yes, this was highly based off of Starry Night. It is not Starry Night, though, as you can clearly see, because I don't have that type of a talent yet. I will probably try to why on earth? I will probably try to paint Starry Night in the future, but that is a far future from now. And we just have a whole bunch of paints, and I put a whole bunch of things down, and then I was like, you know what? This would look cool with a red handprint on it. So, blah. Just tried to do that. Probably looks weird, like it looks weird, doesn't it? Also, are you guys picking up the shimmery gold color? I hope so. I really like how the sun paintings turned out because they look really interesting. Every single one that was prior, there were like two that had a certain style to them, and I really like how it turned out. Oh my goodness, do you see that? Wow, oh wow, the light's out. Try and put this up here. No, oh. Do I dare unplug my phone and let it, like... Okay, we're just gonna unplug it. And on we go. Okie dokie. This... I wasn't gonna leave it like this. I had an idea, and it was going to be like, I'm gonna paint over this person. That's gonna be a dark color, and as you can see, I used blue for the color of the person. And then I was gonna put it here, like that person came out of an epic battlefield scene, and now they're like coming out to fight the next person, but it didn't turn out that way. So, oh, and it says 2022. So this was like New Year. Same me. This turned out way better than I anticipated it to. I love how the petals actually work. And the little girl with the... I tried to make a little girl with a mushroom dress. Obviously, if you can see that, you can tell. I don't need to explain it to you, do I? Here we have... Around this time, I was getting back into, like, the eye thing, the eye stage. I'm still in that stage. I draw eyes all the time. And... I found, like, the Egyptian style of an eye. And I was like, wow, that looks really pretty. And I was like, I was gonna try that. So I did that. And then I did this. And it's, like, the opposite color of itself. Obviously, it's not perfect. But I enjoyed doing this page spread. Pretty interesting. Oh! Oh my goodness. This rose didn't turn out at all how I liked it, and I was like, you know what? Because I already painted this several times, and at that time I didn't have patience even a little bit of patience for art, and I was like, okay, I gotta get this done right now. And so I just gave up on it. I was like, that's how it's gonna be. And because I had this on the other side, I couldn't really rip it out. I could tape something over it, but then what would be the point of that? Your art's always gonna be there, so just own up to my mistakes. And this actually turned out really pretty to me. Obviously, remember, it's gonna be better in real life than on the camera. And I've had several people in my family wonder what this scene is. And I want to see what your guys' answer for it is. So if you want to, type it in the comments, and I will tell you what this is at the end of the book. And we're almost there anyway. Next page is... Yeah, I had a paintbrush that I didn't know, because it was a certain size and I didn't know what to do with it, so I just tried to do, like, I guess in a way, that painting technique in the beginning. And I was just having fun. I've told... some of my family members have told me, this looks uber creepy. And I'm like, yes, it does look creepy. And I think it's because his eyes are too close together. His eye should have been here, and his other eye should have been here and a little bit bigger. But it didn't turn out that way, and it is kind of creepy. Okay, we're gonna get off this page. Staring into my soul. I saw a painting on Pinterest a while ago, and I was like, oh, that painting keeps coming onto my Pinterest page, and I'm like, what am I gonna do? I don't want to dislike it, because I love looking at other people's art and stuff, and it's really pretty. And I was like, you know what? I'm a little tiny bit angry at this page because it's way better than what I can do. And so I went and did a huge image of what it kind of looked like. Obviously theirs was better because it was like the original design, but this is what I got. And this says Hannah 2023, so the other things with 2022, and once it was a new year, I would always like write 2023 so you can see the next year. It looks like I didn't learn with trees. These are so poorly done. So poorly done. But the background looks great. That's probably like Antarctica or what I would envision. And that might not even be just Antarctica, it's probably somewhere else, but I've seen a whole bunch of seals and stuff. And I was like, Ah, this image is very interesting. To me, it's an island. I'm looking down at an island, and this is the back of the island because the sun's like shining this way, and this is the front of the island. But at the same time, I could also see it being like you're looking straight at the island, and this is just the painting shadow in the water. I'll let you guys figure out your own perspectives. It might not even look like an island to you. Over the garden wall. I was gonna paint it, then I was like, no, I actually really despise this because I did the moon, and I was like, no, I can't erase that because I worked so hard on it, and I wouldn't have anything to hide this guy behind, the beast. But I like how the tree turned out. This was definitely more recent. Because after that, I didn't know if I was going to paint it at the time, so I just kind of left it there, and I never went through it again. And then I went through this. This is supposed to be trees, mountains, and I don't know why, but it looks like fire in the background, and it's not supposed to be fire. It's supposed to be like a sunrise, but it turned out very poor instead, and I don't know what this is. It's just a whole bunch of colors I put on the tray at the time, and this guy is either a person with his arms or whatever, or a spoon. I'll let you decide that too. I think it's a spoon. Whole bunch of people dancing and having fun, talking to each other, and staring at things off in the distance, and yep. I wish I had tried a little more in the background, maybe added a line for balance, then changed the colors, but that's all I've got for that. Of little scenes and everything. I didn't really do that up until the very end. We've got some fruits, which if you looked at my prior video, I can't remember the title, but it was like updates and stuff. This was on there. And yeah, I could have probably tried better with the cherries, but oh well, you get what you get and you don't get upset. Flower. I think I redeemed myself for the rose flower with this one, because I'm pretty happy with this one. Pretty happy. Then we have another thing that's probably hard to see. This is trees, like icicle trees, down a dirty, snowy, frost-covered ground, and also looks poorly done. This one looks way better. It's a snowy scene. Because it's in the colder months. I stopped. This is almost finished. It hasn't snowed yet, though. And I'm really hoping it does snow soon. Anyway. This is just... I was like, okay. This is kind of a... I give up scenario. I was like, I don't know what to do. I'm not like 2 pages away and I want to be finished. And I just kind of did, okay, you know what? 4 colors. 4 colors and opposite colors and the opposite colors. And so that's what I did there. That was desperation to finish. And This, actually, I love this spread. I kind of had a whole bunch of leftover paints, and I was like, oh, what am I going to do with these colors? And I decided that I was going to have fun, and I started off with this painting, and then I went to this, and then I drew this little guy on a cliff, and I was like, what am I going to do for up here or down here? And I was like, just add onto the cliff, and so I added onto the cliff, and now we've got that. Also poorly done, especially considering it's the last page. But you know what? That's fine. Because the poorly done things are something you can go back to in the past and be like, wow, look at how far I've come. And that's the end. It was finished Friday, November 3rd, 2023. And that was actually yesterday. And so with that, my friends, I will tell you, bloop, 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 where is it? I don't remember where I had it. I'll tell you what this scene is. Some people thought it was a jungle or a whole bunch of trees. See the trees? But actually it's the ocean. That's where the beach is, the sand going out. And here's the waves, and then the reflection on the water. And the reason why people thought it was like a jungle is because I used green, a deep green. It might not show up well on screen, so I'm just telling you. Yep. So it's water and an island over there. Maybe if I changed it to a different color than purple, it would have been more noticeable. So, that's it. Oh, of course I flipped to this one page that I really despise. Oh, it wasn't gonna work anyway. I have to go back to the front. So it started in got the sketchbook, paint book in 2020, and I finished it in 2023. Could I have finished it sooner? Yes, but would I have gotten the things that I have in here? No, I would not. So, it happened. It's finished. It's done! Well, I guess that's it. Bye, guys.